What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's the day. We're gonna build ourselves a drill ship with our Prototech drill. Very excited to do this. We'll see what we can cook up with these beautiful drill. The first obstacle to overcome will be getting this drill off the wall. I think the best method to do this with will be to connect to it and then use our antenna to broadcast to all magnetic plates. Tell them to all release except for, or well, no, tell all of them to release without exception. And then pull this one away and it should auto reconnect everything that hasn't moved. So we're gonna remote access to probably the Proto Hunter because that one is connected to the station. We'll just go magnetic plates, all of these bad boys. So now we unlock. And can we pull it? Nope. I wonder if that... Is that a weight problem, maybe? Let's try one more time. Oh, you know what? I don't think I exited all the way out. Yeah, there we go. I probably just hit the reverse thrusters on the ship. So, we've got to control... Hit this, get all our magnetic plates. Unlock, close, F, F. Oh, no, no, too many Fs. Okay, we got it. Whew, there we go. So now we've got ourselves our Prototech drill. And, what to, oh, too much sauce. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I say let's build it up kind of on this side by that connector. And then from there we can, kind of start crafting it. Let me just get it to stop moving right here. Great. Now we'll hop out and move these guys. Anyone know where my little shuttle pod went? You guys remember the Star Trek one I built, right? That shuttle? I guess it's gone now. Did I put it in the ship? Nope. Okay. Well, not, you know, super missing it. It wasn't that helpful, but it is gone now, which is odd. But oh well. Okay. So I know what we're gonna need. Do we need to merge this in? If all we're using is just this drill, I think we can just build off this grid as it is. So I'm thinking... What am I thinking? I want it to be able to tunnel. So I want to try and keep it all within the range of this, even though it can go out another block or two on the sides. I do want to keep it pretty sleek, pretty probe-like. So I say, let's grab our red, or should we make it kind of industrial looking? Let's look at the blocks. The blocks themselves should, well, but the Prototech's sleek. It's sleek. Let's make it look sleek. Preferably with not something so retro-future-y. Why is it so shiny? That's annoying. Maybe a carbon fiber build? Too dark. Corrugated metal. Yeah, actually I don't think the corrugated's bad. It's kind of like a gray. Ah, but the... Yeah, we gotta go with the drill's colors, which seem to be red, gold, and white. I've just done everything in sci-fi armor. I kind of want to do something else. Let's do clean armor then. So first up will be our conveyor junctions. We want to have a core that leads back and through. And our building repairs are on, so that's nice. So next up, most of this ship is probably going to be cargo container, so let's do our fancy ones here. In fact, these should be white, I think. Yeah, that looks good with the Prototech. I think we'll do 3. It seems like overkill, but this is a big drill. And as we all know, I'm not someone that likes to not collect stone, so we're gonna need the storage. Okay, so that means up here is where I want us to have our control center. But how do I do that and have it look good? Let's see how this looks. Okay. So it is wider than the drill, but like I said, we should have some leeway to play with, and I think I'm going to just assume that this is going to work until we find out otherwise. I did debate making this in creative and then printing it, but I don't know. It's been a while since I've Actually, no, I designed this whole ship in survival too. I was gonna say. But yeah, anyways, I decided against it. We're gonna build it here locally and kind of see what we can cook up. It's curious that we can't, we can't place blocks in the center, but we can on the side, on these corner parts, which is interesting. All right, well, for a first pass, it's kind of all right. This will give us some more space to play with, like down in here. I think I want to go the large grid industrial cockpit, which looks really nice. I think I built one at our station base, which I have completely forgotten about since until now. I haven't even thought about that base in a while, but there's our cool bases down there. And I did build a nice ice digging ship that utilized this cockpit, so I guess I don't have it on my toolbar still. Let me grab it. Okay. Cockpit is in place. My idea is to do a little like slope down here, maybe even with our smaller or our more gradual slopes. Yeah, I like that. Oh, but then we would need a full block here, but that actually should be okay. We'll just do it like so. The idea would be to have like a doorway on this side or whatever, and you walk in and then you can come down here and just pop in. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Let's try it on for size here. Actually, to not waste our space, I'm gonna put a battery here too. And then we'll actually do our little inset door there, so that we have more of a place to land. Sweet. So yeah, basically we land here, open the door, close the door, and then come on down in here and pop on in. It's functional. It just feels kind of... What's it being depleted by, I wonder? It just doesn't feel very space efficient. But you know what? I don't care. I like it. We'll put more batteries in on the others in the middle there. Hello? Oh. Well, our door used battery. That could explain it. Oh, and our other battery that's on here was set to recharge. In fact, I should set that to discharge, just because this battery, we'll get rid of that at some point. Okay, batteries there. Honestly, this thing might need a lot of power to actually utilize. I'm gonna pull off the drill there and take this back to the Proto Hunter just so I can get it out of the way. All right, how do we feel about this for a thruster solution? They are sticking out a little bit, but I'm hoping it's fine. I'm putting a lot of faith in these drill that I haven't even tested, but should be fine, right? Everything's fine. But yes, we'll have some back and forth thruster there that way. We've got our some forwards. I'm gonna add more, but I want to make sure to have balanced back thrust as well. So I might do four forward, and then gotta find a place to stick 4 back. But yeah, and then also 2 up, 2 down. Just like so. Okay, this battery's depleted, so I'm gonna get rid of it now. Beautiful. Does that look right? I don't like these gaps. Wonder what options I have. Let's experiment up to top here. Well, that made it worse. We are making changes. They're just changes in the wrong direction. I don't think there's any option here besides just a normal slope, is there? Yeah, I guess that covers it up technically, or at least shoves the problem down another line. Okay, well, in my quest to redesign the front, I ended up redesigning the whole back. So instead of using just the slopes, I have used the these angled ones, and then used the corner parts to fill in the little gap. So I don't know. It's you get the same effect. It's just a slightly different slope, which I don't know. I'm liking this better. That being said, I still haven't finished, this guy up here. So I don't even know if there is a way to kind of make it look seamlessly connected like we could in like Space Engineers. Because like I can't put blocks here and have them reach up. That's why I was kind of looking through all these blocks trying to find something. Well, that one kind of works. Not really, it just turns it into a square. Square point. We could try more from here. How about this one? This one looks like it's got potential at least. Okay, I was getting some annoying lag spikes, so I just kind of went through and cleaned up our grid list, because there's quite a bit of grids. What I didn't realize is all those Kobayashi Marus and Nova class distress signals, they don't go away. So there were quite a few of those just sitting around, and that was slowing us down. But yes, we are back to this now. Maybe we'll just do like connectors on these conveyors. I don't think there'll be anything to use these conveyors on unless we wanted to add like additional drills. That'd be kind of cool, just like this. Except for there's only ports on the side. Let's just see how it looks at the moment. Yeah, you know, I've seen worse. Let's commit to it. So now in theory that should make it slightly easier to shape a little bit, I think. Well, not that one. We need a slope version of that. I don't know if that even exists. I guess that kind of works. And then do the little points. Like so. What do we think about that? Is that any good? Maybe if I block this out, it'll look better on the inside. I think inside here, I'll want to do our tanks, maybe? So we could do boom, boom, boom. Because I want to have at least an oxygen and a hydrogen tank so that we can, you know, survive out there on long mining runs. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Okay. So yeah, we do like an oxygen tank here. Actually, that'll close up the center part, so let's put gyroscopes here. Or should we put an O2H2 generator? No, I don't think this ship needs one. I don't think it would make sense for one. Okay, so oxygen tank, 2 gyroscopes, and then hydrogen tank. Yeah, I guess that looks better. Looks passable. We'll just do that because I'm getting far too hung up on the front here. No, I just hit defaults. Ugh. Keen, please hide that defaults button in a different tab, please. So Control Shift P. Nope, just Shift P. Yeah, Shift P. All right. Well. Time to recollect our colors here. We'll grab our red from there. Let's just grab a couple colors from around. I guess red and white has kind of been our colors this whole time. We'll grab this gray. It's a nice one. And our gold doesn't really matter because gold is just a attachment or a color. Armor skin. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I guess those are the only colors that we've got, really. It's the white, the gray, and the red, which works for me. Of course, I lost the yellow. The yellow was nice for hazard blocks, but we can obviously grab that back. All right, well, anyways. Clean armor, we are looking to do... I haven't even been realizing it, but I've been doing the Space Engineers 2 rotation sequence. And man, it's just so much better. So much more intuitive than the base game Space Engineers one. Very glad that that change made it back to the first game. Speaking of, today was the stream for the mod tools coming. Vertical Slice 1.5 for Space Engineers 2. They had to delay it an extra day, which is fine. Better to release a complete product. Actually, I can't imagine the mod tools would be like totally not working. I bet it was probably more like a Steam verification thing or something, more than likely, but either way, it'll be out tomorrow, the 24th. They've got all sorts of videos and guides on their channels and websites on how to mod in Space Engineers 2, but needless to say, it's going to be a game changer. They showed off a functional, okay, not functional per se, but like a Rubik's Cube that someone had modded in, and like you could push F on it to spin it 90 degrees, like one of the sections. It was crazy. My jaw was on the floor, as I said on the stream. You don't think these drills will interfere with each other, right? They won't drill other drills? Should be fine. But yeah, that update will be coming out tomorrow, and I have a feeling the whole game in general is just gonna start picking up with mods. It sounded, I couldn't really hear Merrick. His mic was having some troubles at the beginning of the stream, but it sounded like he said they're no longer doing Vertical Slice 1.6, which, if you recall, was kind of a intermediate slice that they we're gonna do to add just a bunch of quality of life features. And they decided to roll all that into Vertical Slice 2, which will be the survival update. Which, yeah, I think that's probably for the best. Because it sounded like a lot of the updates were like key binding, remappings and whatnot, which, while is definitely important and they should definitely do at some point, personally for me, I find that I can use the Space Engineers 2 keybinds pretty well, and I prefer them over other methods, so I'm okay with how it is. And if it does get us the product sooner, then hey, or get us survival, I should say, sooner, then hey, that's perfect. Okay, anyways, enough jabbering here. Do we want any sort of power gen on this ship? I think yes. I think a reactor would go a long way. Especially, as I said, I don't know how power hungry this drill is going to be, so having some onboard power generation might be good. In fact, we might not even have a mirrored entrance. We might just turn that whole space into batteries and a reactor. Just, you know, that way we've got the power. Yeah, so we'll do 3 more batteries and then 2 reactors. Does that sound good to everyone? Guess we're out of steel plates on the base. There we go. Okay, now to grab some uranium. Just grab like 50 for now, and then we'll put in our 2 reactors. 25 and 25. Splendid. Let's set all batteries to auto. Okay. They'll all be charged in 38 minutes. Glorious. Okay, and then, yeah, we'll just kind of cover this up. So we have forward, up, down, left, right. We don't have back. We might put our back thrusters in these slots and then just give them enough space to not hit each other. Actually, is there anything behind this block? No, that one's fine. Okay. And we could do something like that. And then thrusters in between the cargo hold spots. Just like that. And just like that. Okay. And with that, it should be semi-functional. We'll just want to find a way to taper off this end over here. In fact, I'm gonna extend our connector on the back just a bit so that we can, I don't know, it feels right, so that's why. You guys might have noticed that I re-uploaded our episode from last week, or 2 weeks ago. I don't know how I didn't notice, but I grabbed the wrong the wrong file. I spent a bunch of time editing that video and then uploaded the raw footage instead. And no one called me on it, which I was surprised to find. That's why if I saw a comment that said, "Hey, this is weird. Why is this just raw footage?" I'd have been like, "Oh, well, duh, I'll fix that." But yeah, no one mentioned anything. But either way, for my own, sanity and respect of my own work, I needed to take down the old one and upload the correct one. So that's might have been why you saw that video uploaded twice. I did clarify that it was a upload in the beginning, but then the correct episode did air the next day, so we were all caught up. It was just kind of a weird fluke. I suppose I should fix our solar panels that keep getting mysteriously destroyed. We've got plenty of power gen, so I'm not concerned about it, but aesthetically, it's ugly when they're, it's missing panels. Not even gonna fix the paint. How's this side looking? That side seems to be pretty solid. I'm amazed this camera is still there. I think with this whole sender taken out, it would have hit the cameras too, but... Alright, anyways, let's do a final coat of paint, I think. We'll probably add mostly gold. Okay, give it a little splash of paint here. Even add some lights, which I think look pretty nice. Lighting inside here as well. The only thing I forgot was an ore detector, and That's pretty important, I would say. So I think we'll... Is there a place to submerge it? I don't think there's one inside here. Yeah, this is full. I think we just have to bury it in the top here or something. Don't feel great about uncovering the gyroscopes, but seems like the best place for it. We don't want it sticking out, so I think we'll do that and then just put armor plates on top. It's not a huge deal. Armor plates of the heavy variety, I should say. There you go, barely even notice. Guess the USS Reliant is gonna go fight something. But that doesn't concern us, for we have a probe. Okay, gyroscopes feel like the good amount so far. Forward thrust is lacking. Oh, interesting. I bet this is... Yeah. Alright, we'll have to move these thrusters back then. Looks like they were hurting the other blocks, so move these thrusters back one block. Hopefully that'll be enough. Okay. Let's see now if it'll hurt the other blocks. If it is getting hurt, the builder repairs don't seem to be getting activated by it, so that's good. If we rise up into the area just to make sure. No, yeah, I think we're good. All right, well, I guess nothing left to do but to go test it. So let's go to that nearby asteroid and see what we could dig up. Okay, we'll add our drills here. There's a toggle on and off. We'll grab our batteries, recharge on and off, and our connector, switch lock. Alright, that should be all the functionality we need for this. Let's make sure our ore detector is at max. It is. There's some magnesium there. And some ice. How quaint. Alright. So, in theory, just kind of pull up into this hole here a little bit. There's a nice dark shadow on our drills, but I guess that's kind of how we designed it to be the point. So let's turn it on and see what happens. So far, so good. To the magnesium. We'll just do some slight coasting here. Well, I clearly over-exaggerated the tunneling abilities. But hey, I can't deny that it got to the magnesium pretty quick. I bet it's the right-click drilling that clears a massive area. Alright, we widened it out just a bit. Should be good now. Let's check our cargo. Yeah, that seems like a pretty solid rated mining. Oof, yeah, that's a lot, honestly. I need to turn it off because I don't know what I would do with that much magnesium. Alright, let's go get some ice, since that's nearby as well. Doesn't seem like the maneuverability's changed too much, so that's good. Alright, for testing purposes, let's right-click drill. So now that I turned on terrain clearing mode, it should do big wide tunneling, right? Seems like it. Now I've turned it off, we should be getting ice, right? Yep. So yeah, we could just toggle on terrain clearing to get as deep in as we want, and then from there we are good to go. Let's get out and see our progress. Oh yeah, we demolished that ice pocket. So yeah, almost 2,000 ice. What is that? Almost 2 million ice. Or 2 million stone, I should say. But yeah, I think that was pretty successful. Let's get this back to the station here. Okay, now we'll connect it up here at the back to the station. And we're connected up. Let's go check the refineries. They appear to sound like they're churning. Yeah. So let's grab stone. Just Oh, interesting. I wonder why I can't get here. Yeah, this drill 4 is disconnected. What is drill 4 and why is it disconnected? Drill 2, drill 3, drill. So that makes the bottom one. Drill 4. Yeah, why is this broken? Oh, it's not connected because our cockpit's in the way. Yeah, that's a slight problem actually. What's our plan to fix it though? I don't think we will actually. Well, no, because we need the bottom area to be covered. We'd have to get rid of a battery though, which I guess it seemed like we had plenty of battery, so that shouldn't be a problem. Let's do with it. And yeah, we'll just convey up through here. Kind of a backwards way to do it, but hey, whatever it takes. There we go. Yeah, now it's getting grabbed. Okay, perfect. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. Now let's go check our refineries. Let's check our H2 generators. Are those guys going? Yeah, nice. All right, so that was a success. Let me hop back in our cockpit here for a second. Where's our cargo container with all our ingots? Probably this heavy one here. Let's just move all of it to this cargo container so I can do a quick evaluation on what we have and what we still need and all that good stuff. All right, so this is everything we've got. Kind of want to do kind of like a order of rare to, I don't even know. Yeah, that feels good. But yeah, as you can see, we've got quite a bit of everything. Could use a little more gold and silver just to like make the stacks more impressive, but generally speaking, we're sitting pretty. Yeah, uranium, we have quite a bit of it, but that obviously gets sucked up into all the reactors. But I guess we could go get some more of it. I just think we've got plenty, honestly. Yeah, we just got a lot of it. Platinum, oh, there's my platinum. Don't have a ton of platinum. We could maybe go find some of that. But yeah, generally speaking, as cool as this ship is, by the time you're getting prototech, you just don't actually need a super efficient drill. Because what you would have gotten the drill for would be to build a ship that can go get prototech. And, I mean, to be fair, the encounter with this drill is probably one of the easiest ones, as long as you know what you're doing. So, if you found a encounter and then knew it was the drill, you could, yeah, early game go get one, but it's a lot of work and a lot of risk for what could very well not be a drill. So yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry. Better just to do it the slow, old-fashioned way. Work yourself up to getting a prototech ship that can get the drill anyways, so. But yeah, either way. More platinum doesn't hurt anybody, plus it gives time for the all that magnesium to refine, since we got quite a lot of that. We'll head to my platinum point here, do some mining, and then bring it on back. All right, we're approaching platinum. Looks like there's another deposit on the other side. I'm just gonna head to this marker because I know there will be platinum there for sure. Of course, it's on the dark side of the asteroid, so no clue if I'm about to die. I didn't happen to bring... I did bring construction components. Let's see if there's a place to stick a light of any kind. Yeah, it'd probably get broken, honestly, but at this point... Why is that placeable? What the heck? Keen. Keen, that doesn't make any sense. Keen, why? Why, Keen? Well, now I gotta put on the other corners too. Big floating... Oh, but only... only in this orientation. Except for that one. That one, it worked in that orientation. If I go at it like this, nope. Yeah, interesting. Oh. What the? Oh, it's very, very odd, very buggy. I gotta do it for the beam. Lol. Behold, the floating lights of glory. Let me turn up the radius on these bad boys. Keen, that's awful. Please fix that. Now are we able to see our platinum? Ouch. We sure can. Alright, well. Time to mine with our floating lights. It's actually very effective. Alright, well, we've already got more platinum than I will probably ever be able to refine, but hey, what's the fun in not having all the platinum in the world? We'll go find the other deposit, knock that one out. Seems like there's a lot. That one kept jumping around. Is this still our deposit? I think so. Maybe? Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a waste of time, but it's fine. Here's the question. Did I break a light off? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Apparently these lights are very strong, too. Splendid. Okay. We'll turn on tunneling mode. And now we're going to tunnel to this platinum. Oh, yeah. That's a solid tunnel right there. I do want to make sure I don't accidentally start tunneling a platinum. Okay, so far so good still. Oh, I think I saw a new color. Oh yeah, all right. So now we'll turn off tunnel mode and activate drill mode. Slight problem is that my tunneling mode wasn't exactly lined up, so I can't really drill properly. Yeah, like how much is still left? Quite a bit. That's fine. Let's see if we can exit out of this pipe with our floating lights. That's so goofy. All right, that's our final count. 400,000 platinum. Let's get it back to base. Well, as we're reapproaching the station here, might be where I call filming. As you guys might have noticed, my upload schedule has been very hit or miss these past couple of weeks. I'm kind of just not really feeling that Space Engineers, you know, bug, I guess you could call it, the thing that keeps nagging at your mind and making you want to try new things and experiment and stuff. I'm not feeling that as of late. And I think it's kind of showing in my content a little bit, which it's definitely not the outcome I'm looking for. I kind of want to branch out and try creating content on some other games. That being said, my primary focus is Space Engineers. Will always be Space Engineers, I think. Well, maybe not always. Who knows? But it's definitely something that obviously I've built my channel on thus far, and I'm really interested in actively following the development of the sequel game. And I feel like because I'm waiting so much for the sequel to come out, or to reach feature parity, as they say, I find that I'm becoming more and more dissatisfied with the first game. Maybe not dissatisfied, because I do love this game, and I think it's still the best survival game you can get into. It has its flaws, and many of those flaws are going to be fixed in Space Engineers 2, and that's why I'm like, oh yeah, we should just prioritize playing Space Engineers 2, but it's not there yet. I'm curious at what's being welded up. Oh my gosh. Oh, it was just the camera angle. I thought I was like inches away from running into that connector. I'm curious at what all this welding is for. I didn't lose any blocks. Oh, I did. I broke some corner pieces there. Interesting. Either way, back to what I was saying. So I might be taking a break from Space Engineers for a little while. I kind of I want to make some content on some other games while we wait for SC2 to get where we all want it to be. I think a survival series in SC2 is going to be exactly that, the catalyst to get that SE bug back in me, where I gotta play the game and it's perfect and, it has my attention for hours and hours and hours, but honestly, this one isn't doing it for me right now. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is maybe don't, you shouldn't have been expecting regular uploads at this point anyways, but maybe don't expect anything from Space Engineers 2 at least regularly. I'm thinking of maybe experimenting with some other games. I think No Man's Sky would be also a good change of pace, because it's got a lot more like story kind of an RPG elements that we don't quite get with this one. That being said, the building and whatnot is far superior in this game, but it might be fun to make some content based on that game. So I'll try that out here. See how I'm feeling. See how you guys react to it. Obviously, we'll want to see if it's something you guys are interested in. If it's not, then we'll keep looking around. There's plenty of awesome games out there these days. And yeah, so that's where I'm gonna call this episode. Be a shorter one today, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave any comments and suggestions down below, preferably not ones about the survival series, because that one might be on hold for a while. But if you got any game suggestions that you want to see me play, or you know, anything like that at all, let me know. I'm totally open to I was trying to say definitely open to, and then totally open, and now I'm totally deaf. Anyways, I'm very open to whatever you guys are suggesting and what you want to see more of. But yeah, leave me a comment down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.